Aloha and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Living in Hawaii. Today, we are going to be discussing the topic of best beaches revealed. And not only are these such beautiful beaches here in Hawaii, but they're also treasured land spots that are very dear to us. You know, our land here in Hawaii is so precious and important. And I thank you folks for being here today and sharing your favorite beaches here in Hawaii. Great. So we are going to go ahead and share our best beaches. Starting with you, Soraya, go ahead and share with us your favorites and why, please.
Absolutely. So my favorite beaches are Hapuna Beach, Kukio Beach, and Makalawina Beach on the Big Island. So Hapuna is my favorite because it's really, really wide. Some days there's absolutely no waves. You can easily just chill in the water. And other days the waves are like twice my size. And I'm 5'10". So they're very intimidating to me. So it can be a great boogie boarding beach. That's why I love Hapuna. Very easy to drive to and a great spot to hang out. The next beach that I love is Kukio Beach. The reason why I love this beach is because there's almost nobody there ever. You have to get a pass from the guard in order to get in. They have a parking lot to drive almost all the way to the beach. And I don't know if you can see, but on the right side, there's a protected cove. So if you have young children, they can hang out in a very shallow water, and they have great facilities for little kids and everyone. And on the left side, there's great snorkeling. There's always turtles. I've seen multiple seals in this area. I just really love that. And the third beach that I love is Makalawina. And the reason why I love this beach is because it's a little bit of a hike. It's really hard to get to. You have to have a car with a nice clearance. But once you get there, it's a great beach because, again, there's almost no one there. I like it because there's lots of waves, it's protected, but there is a little bit more wind at that beach, which I enjoy because it's cooler, because you're surrounded by lava rocks and it can get quite hot. So I like this beach because you can snorkel, swim, and it's cooler and there's no one there. I love it.
Definitely top three beaches here on Hawaii Island, Hapuna, Kukio, and Makalawena, and they're all gems. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Looks like we're going to go ahead and jump to Caras' favorite beaches on Maui.
Wonderful. There's so many beaches to choose from. So to say just three, it was very, very hard. We're blessed with many beaches from North Shore all the way down to South, and it's incredible. But I'd have to say, out of all the ones that I personally like, is Napili Bay. This is where we started having our babies and going into the sweet waters of this crescent bay that is so protected and so crystal clear. There's snorkeling on both sides because of the lava rocks and the jetty that's there. You get to look at Lanai and Molokai. It's beautiful. It's a great space to just say, wow. And it's seasonal and it's never, ever a bad snorkeling space. Seen thousands over the course of my 20 years, it feels, turtles and great trumpet fishes. Fantastic for boogie boarding and skin boarding. So perfect. Love that bay. And the next is McKenna Cove. If anybody sees these iconic pictures, they're everywhere because McKenna Cove is not known as the wedding cove. This is where people come to take their wedding pictures during the sunrise, during the beautiful day, and also in the sunsets. It's just extraordinary. Again, because there's a little bit of a walk to get in, and you have the green and the lava rocks and the clear waters. And of course, the island that's beyond that is Ka'aolave. And that's just another sign of an incredible view that you get there. And also there's right there at the sunset, you'll see the crest of Molokini Crater. It's gorgeous. And the next one is the Keawakapu Beach. This one is a little tiny beach that's right at the end of the McKenna Strip. And when you come in, you have the hotel, the feeling of a resort, and you have the jetty, and the salt there is just incredible. You get to just buoyantly bounce in the water, and it gives you a little bit of everything. And then again, the sunsets are just ridiculous. Great snorkeling. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely beautiful. They're so stunning, and it definitely makes me want to go to Maui right now. Thank you so much for sharing. How about for you, Kat? We look forward to hearing of all the beauty that Kauai has to offer.
So Kauai has the best beaches. and all, like Kara was saying, all over north, east, south, and west. But my favorite, because it's close to my home, is Salt Pond Beach. Salt Pond is great because there's two entrances to it. They make the Hawaiian salt there too. So you can go into a protected cove area. If you have little keiki, they can swim. On the other side, there is the main entrance to Salt Pond, where there's a reef that protects the keiki from the big waves that come in. And it's nice. They have their restroom setups and everybody brings their parties there and everybody just hangs out over there. But on this side, where my picture is the airport side, where it's just a little more laid out and people can actually bring their pets with them. There's, in the picture with a couple of monk seals just sunning. And it's just beautiful. In the distance, you can see some kite surfers because the waves are bigger on the outer reef. And it's just nice to see kite surfers and windsurfers. But then it calms down once it gets to the beach. So that's one of my favorites. And that is on the south side going west. Another one is Hanalei Bay. Of course, this is the north shore of Kauai. And Hanalei is just iconic. This is taken from the new One Hotel that they just built, and the sunsets are just incredible. The swells that come in and the sets that come in, such a spot for surfers and stand-up paddlers. And there's also a pier where the keiki can jump off, and it's just a beautiful crescent beach and lovely. Some of the seasons, the waves get ridiculous, so you have to be careful and just know when to go out, when to not go out. But it is just beautiful on the North Shore. Another beach is Kalihivai, where there's a river that comes and it meets with the ocean. And so it's just a beautiful, beautiful beach where you get the calmness of the river. And there's rope swings for the kids to jump off of and everything. But then it empties out into the ocean and it's, it's just a beautiful, beautiful spot. But come to Kauai and you can see all of those beaches for yourself and explore even more.
That's so beautiful. And I just love how we all feel that our island has the best beaches ever. So that's just the beauty, of Hawaii is there's just so much that we're able to share. Every wave, sand, palm tree, they represent such cultural and historical significance. And it's just so beautiful that we get to share that throughout all of our islands. Every island, there's something so beautiful there. So thank you so much for sharing. And for myself, like Soraya, my favorite beaches are Makalavena, Kiholo, and Kapalawa. So we'll start with Makalavena. Just as Soraya shared, this is probably one of the beaches that is not surrounded by resort right now. And that's the beauty of Makalavena to me, is that it's not surrounded by the resort, and it does take extra effort to get there. But when you're there, it makes the hike and the drive so well worth it. So we present to you Makalavena Beach here on Hawaii Island. Moving along, my next favorite beach was also Kiholo Bay. And here it is very protective. It's you can see the turquoise, crystal clear blue waters. It's just so beautiful. And Kiholo too is also another beach that doesn't have a resort as well. And it does take, a nice long hike. It's not as treacherous as Makalavena. And Kiholo Bay is just so beautiful. You're like, on your own private island, just so serene. And we love Kiholo. My other favorite is Kapalawa. And this beach is actually just off of Anaiho'omalu Bay. So it's south of Anaiho'omalu Bay for those of you who are familiar with that resort area. And it's just beautiful. It's perfect for snorkeling, perfect for children and families. Not much waves. You can do some fishing as well. Our family pastime, which we'll share on the next screen, will be for throwing net and doing all the fun cultural things there. But Kapalawa is also very beautiful and dear to me. So that we have here on the beautiful beaches here on Hawaii Island. So that pretty much wraps it all up. We thank you once again for allowing us to share our aloha with you. We look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you so much, everyone. Continue to live aloha daily everywhere you go. We love you. We thank you. And again, mahalo.
Thank
Aloha.
you.
Mahalo.
Aloha.